You're lucky you can go outside at 8 p.m. curfew. It's about to start him. But really, is it an 8 p.m. curfew in Melbourne? Well, there you go. No, it is dark outside, just in case you're wondering. See? Look. Surprising that, isn't it, at this time of night? I couldn't think of a title, so I rolled with that. How did we go? Do you reckon it? Were you thinking, what's this bloke on about? All right, what am I up to? I am here trying to clean out the office. This has got Fairlane seats and Fairlane bits and carpet and door trims, and I've just taken all this stuff here out so I can clean the office out, so I can put a desk in here and be a normal person. So I've got somewhere to edit and stuff like that, and try and get back on track, guys. It's been a long time, as I know, and I'm well aware of that, guys. But yeah, so yeah, all right. I'll give you a bit of a tour, I suppose, of what's been going on here at the workshop. G'day everyone, how are you? All right. Hello. It's been a while, obviously. We have been busy doing things behind the scenes. Dave, the editor, I gave him some footage the other day, but I didn't realise that even though I got someone to edit it, I still have to sit down and watch it and then send it back and say this has to go in, that has to come out. So it's actually a lot of work to get someone else to edit. So yeah, anyway, we won't worry about that tonight. That's just another story in itself. We've been playing motorbikes lately. Okay, so here's what happened. I bought this one. All right, so this is a DT200. I wanted a two-stroke because we want to go riding. Mr. Jack, thank you very much, dude. I really, really appreciate that. That is absolutely fabulous. After all this time, you're still here supporting me. We got this. It wasn't going. The float was upside down, so this is going now. And then old Capitanio had a mate. This is an IT250. I had a 200 back in the day, and yeah, I want to do a full resto on that, put disc brakes and stuff on it. But anyway, so that does go, the IT200, but it's another thing in itself. Then I swapped a heap of car parts for a 2001 YZ250F. Okay, it ended up, so here's the cams and all that here out of it, the head's chewed out. So then Leaf gave me this, but I had to give him another bike. So I went and bought this TTR, but then once we got it back here, realised there's no Kickstarter. And then it's an electric start bike. The starter works, but it's missing the gear out of here. So that didn't really happen. And then we bought two KLR 250s, went to get this started and then realised that there's no front pipe and there's bits and pieces missing. And then on Sunday, we went down to look at a WR 400, but ended up with a DZR 250. So this is Leith's bike. Couple of little things to do. He's going to get his licence and get it registered. So we'll be able to ride that one, and it's going to be mad. So that's the plan. Bikes, something different, you know, as you do. Ben, thank you very much, mate. Yeah, you guys are still here supporting me after all this time. Sorry I've had such a long break. Just been a lot going on. What else has been happening here? It is dark outside, so I can't really show you too much outside. This thing's going now. There's some sensor issues on the right-hand bank. Misfiring on, I think it's 2, 3, and 5 or something like 2, 3, and 6. But we're pretty sure that it's oxygen sensor. But other than that, this thing is going and it's awesome. I drove it to Toowoomba the other day, but yeah. Once I've cleaned the office out, this thing here needs to come off the hoist. We have, we've stopped doing parts at the workshop. So the whole ring up, can I have a steering wheel? Yeah, $33. There is just no money in it. And Leith's just not earning the money he should. So parts are pretty well stopped here, but instead we're repairing cars. The engine machining will get ramped up. The restoration stuff is, a lot of that stuff's actually moved forward now in our timeline, which is a lot of stuff for you guys with the restoration stuff. It's a lot of video stuff. YouTube's going to be more involved in what we do every day. I bought another truck the other day as well. Matthew, thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I bought another truck. It's not here, it's at home. What's out here that we've been doing lately? There's a new 265 for the Valiant. That's the motor for the Jag. We still haven't got that in yet. There's a massive pile of cars here because we've been doing a scrap run at the moment to clear the yard out. This one's should go out tomorrow, finished. Bought a Valiant Ute, which is just over here. Yeah, there's heaps going on, guys, and we will get to all that. The Fairlane's off getting painted at the moment. Yeah, what else is out the back? Got the 1 tonner. I think you guys have you seen that yet or not? Yeah, bought a tonner with a 5 litre in it, an injected 5 litre. But it has no oil pressure, so the motor's got to come out of that as well. Yes, H6 in the Liberty. It come in with there are videos coming up on it. This will replace Nicole's Kia that she drives now, that 4-drive that we done up for her. I just don't, there's nothing wrong with the Kia, just this is more my speed. This is a beautiful car. It's got like it is auto, but the full flappy paddle gearbox. Yeah, black on black with more black. I don't like sunroofs, but it's got the twin sunroof. It's got just got the standard wheels on it. It's got a couple of little marks here and a little bit of paint fleck on the back there that sucks. And this strip up here is broken, but it just so happens I have another one out in the yard. So yeah, it goes good and it's great. I took it to Toowoomba with Nerali on the weekend. But it throws codes for the bank on this side. The heads have been done, they put all the motor back together. It runs perfectly. From what we can work out, there's 2 oxygen sensors on each exhaust side, one pre-cat and one post-cat. I ordered a pre and post-cat oxygen sensor. They sent us 2 pre-cats, and now it's the post-cat one. We're pretty sure that if it's not reading properly, it actually leans the engine out and doesn't give it enough fuel at idle, and then it creates a misfire, which is what it's throwing the codes for misfire. I think it's 303, 304 and 30 something else anyway. You look happy, Red. Good to see you, mate. I'm always happy. A little bit stressed at times, but always happy. There's always plenty going on. I can't really complain too much about my life. Like, yeah. Letho's going good. We were going to do live streams on Sunday. We were going to do one. We end up going to buy the bikes. Monday we were going to do it as well. And then he had to go buy a fridge, and then just every time we go to do something and get back in touch with you guys and let you know what's going on, something comes up. You know what I mean? It just flows on and just. But yeah, we are. Justin, thank you so much, dude, and all you guys that support the channel so much. It's just yeah, it's awesome. It really is. But yeah, so the hard top that's up on the hoist there, the LS has got to come out. We've got to send the diff away to get shortened, but I got wheels, which are those, which are a 3.5-inch backspace. Okay, and when you get a 3.5-inch backspace wheel, and it's an 8.5-inch wheel, you end up with a big dish. So when I say backspace, okay, the space at the back of the wheel, so from this edge here to the face where you bolt to, that's your backspace, and that's only 3.5 inches. So that's only that much, which then leaves 5.5 here, which gives you a big dish, but then it sticks out too far, because if you had 3.5 inches here and 5.5 at the back, then the wheel would sit in and go in under your guard. But in order to do that, you've got to shorten your diff probably 1.5 or 2 inches each side, and then that'll bring it in, because this thing has been mini tubbed. Like, you can't see up in there today, but it actually has, it's had a 100mm strip put in there to yeah. But as the comment just there, you've got to have the dish on the wheels. Love it. It's what it's all about, you know what I mean? We're all here for the long term. I appreciate it, Mr. Jack, I really do. It's yeah, the Fairlane's coming along. I took all the doors and bumpers and stuff up yesterday, so they're all up at the paint shop now. He's actually started on it, done a lot of rust repairs, and it's moving forward. We've been buying parts for it and stuff like that. We have, what else has been going on? We haven't touched the track cars yet at all, but all the stuff's there, the clutches, all the engine parts are there to do those rebuilds. The memcals for the ECUs have turned up, so we're going to get them. What we're going to do with the memcals is we've got those Capris, the turbo Capris, so we'll play with them with you guys. So we'll put the stock ECU in, drive it, and then put one in with the chip, and we'll see what difference it makes. Obviously we don't have a dyno, but we'll still have some fun. What else is going on? The S600's up there, out of the way, which is good. The VL's out the back. It runs and drives. There's videos coming on that. Yeah, just time and stuff at the moment. been sort of playing bikes and getting that new car going for Nicole and changing over from doing parts here. So, yeah, I don't know. Things are good. Yeah, remember that XR8? I bought that AU XR8. It's still out the front. We were on the way back on Sunday. Leith goes, "Have you looked at XR8s recently?" I said, "No. Why would I?" He goes, "Look them up, and they're like 8 to 10 grand." Like, yeah. So that's another one that's going to have to be done properly now instead of just get happening. But yeah, let's go. Videos before Let's Play. Who will start? Video before Let's Play. I don't know. Do you have merch? Not that I need, but plug it. Yeah, there's shirts and stuff there. I did get more hoodies done. I bought more hoodies, but I had to buy them online because I couldn't get them anywhere where I could feel what they were. And when they turned up, they were just really, really polyester, and you can't print on the polyester properly. So, I don't know. Soon. It's just, what do you do? G'day. Thought I'd pop in and say, g'day buddy, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while, Blind Garage. Hope all is well. What else been going on, guys? New truck, which the tray off my original truck will end up on that soon. We've got to wait for all that scrap to go first. We've got room here in the yard. I don't know. Clean out this office. Oh, that's what we're going to do. Because of the track cars and stuff, apparently you can get, like, for Xbox sim racing and stuff, like Lakeside and Queensland Raceway, so you can actually drive and learn that track before you actually go to the track. So, I don't know if I'm not a video game guy, and as you guys know, I'm completely technologically retarded. But, yeah, apparently you can get online and race each other and stuff like that with sim racing. Captain, believe it or not, used to own a slot car place down in Brisbane where you'd go in and play with slot cars, and they had sim racing and all that sort of stuff there. So he knows a lot more about it than me. I just bought a steering wheel for Mia and a game, so I'll have a look at that when it turns up. And then from there, we're going to get some sim racing set up. So I don't know if you guys want to, or if you have them, we might do some videoing of them and have a race night or something, and we'll race each other. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I'm positive a lot of you guys will be able to tell me how it works. But yeah, it could be just something to do, race some cars, talk some shit, how it goes. Yeah, AU and E-Series Falcons are getting good money now. Yeah, I just towed a EB XR8 just then. It had the BA V8 bulge and then a shaker on it as well. I just dropped it off then. It had just thrown the tensioner. Thanks, Ben. HSV R8s and skyrocketing in price. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. Like, even the HRs have gone from being... I had some guys messaging me to buy all my HR stuff, and I'm thinking, why? And I said, gave them a price, and I thought it was a bit, a fair bit of money. And they're like, yep, no worries, mate. Just tell me what you got. And yeah, so I sat back, and because I've been that busy, I haven't looked at buying cars at prices of stuff. Yeah, and HRs have jumped from 10 grand to 30 grand in 8 to 10 months. Like, it's absolutely wild what stuff is worth now, which is another reason why we can stop doing parts, start doing restoration, because there's actually money in selling the cars once they're done. This office is an absolute mess, guys. But yeah, it pretty much is the way it is. Everything's sort of gone crazy. Yeah, just like this stinky office. But yeah, I've got to. I'm guessing that if I put a desk in here and get myself set up and actually include sitting down for an hour and a half a day to actually edit, then it'll get done. Even if I don't finish a whole edit one day, at least I can sit down and get part of it done. It can remain set up. It's just hard at home with Mia because you can't leave things set up. You've got to pack it up all the time while she gets into it. Well, I don't know if she gets into it because I do pack it up every time because I don't really want to yell at her over something me being lazy. But anyway, what else is going on? The Mini, it's been registered for nearly 6 months. I think the rego's due next month, so I'm probably not going to pay the rego on that again. I've been dailying it, but this thing will be registered soon. So yeah, the Mini will probably go up on the shelf up here. But yeah, but it's given. Here we go. What's this? I would love a HR wagon. I knew of a HR wagon that a guy that worked for me had, and I remember it being really tidy and rust free. And I've got a Patrol, which I've got some big wheels for the Patrol. We're going to do a lift kit and stuff in it, and fifth gear's dropped out of it, so we'll do a bit of filming on that and do a full drive with you guys. And I wouldn't mind. Is Fraser Island open at the moment? Can you get across to Fraser Island and actually go over there? Yeah, because before it gets too hot, once we do that patrol, I might go over, and if you guys have got four-wheel drives, we'll go over or something. But anyway, yeah, and I was going to swap him. I went up and looked at his HR, and the two HR wagons I've got are actually better than the one I was going to swap, so there was no point swapping it. But yeah, I thought it was going to be an easy restoration, but not so much. But it's a generation thing where younger guys now making good money, wanting their dream car. Yeah, that's it, eh? The older stuff, FJs and that, aren't worth as much money because the guys that grew up wanting them are now too old to do restoration. Not too old to do restorations, they're just not looking at doing that sort of stuff. Found out the other day, my dad had an Interceptor VN, had to sell it to pay bills. Yeah, that's it, it happens, Kenneth. Many cars I've had to sell to pay bills, trust me, I regret it. Yeah. VE wagons have shot up. Yeah, until people drive them and then have to do timing chains and realise how terrible those motors and boxes are. It's, yeah, I don't know. I think that, well, I don't know how you get, well, I'm in Queensland, okay, and they're going on about the borders being shut and how shutting Queensland borders are going to wreck tourism. When we went down to Brisbane on Sunday, it was bumper to bumper traffic for the 2.5 hour trip to Brisbane from here. When we got down to Fernvale, the streets were lined with cars and caravans and motorbikes, and there was a pie shop at Fernvale. I don't know why everyone stops there. Like, it looks great, this shop, the food's crap. There would have been, without exaggerating, 30 people lined up the street from this pie shop. Like, it was crazy. So I don't know what they're on about tourism stopping, because I've never seen it so busy out on the roads. I think that the money that they're giving people is really making things good. Doing well. Projects. The borders will open soon. I'll come up. Some gold parts. Stay safe. Been a few decent cheap VB Commodores around here lately. Yeah, VBs and VHs, I haven't found, they haven't jumped in price as far as a lot of the other stuff. I don't know why. My favourite car is an EK Wagon Special with every option. I've got some FBs out the front. I just don't know what to do. What to do with them. Who knows? We're going to start doing this restoration stuff very soon, or we sort of have started already, and I think we'll work through the projects pretty quickly somehow. But yeah. Victoria is dead, is it? I'm from Victoria. Pretty sure Fraser Island is open. All right, cool. Everyone there, Jake, who just messaged, there'll be some videos on Jake's. He's got a Hilux with a 253 manual in it. It's coming over here this week for Leaf to run the cam in. Leaf's been porting heads for him, but we've been too busy, so his heads didn't get finished. I had a nice set of ported heads with roller rockers and stuff, so Jake's lending them to get his car going so he can do it. So he'll probably come over to Fraser with us, I expect. No cars for me at the moment. Get the keys for my first house on Friday. Congratulations, dude, Mr. Jack. That is absolutely fabulous, mate. I'm so rapt for you. It's just a massive step. And congratulations, mate. It's a lot of hard work to get to that point, and that's awesome, man. It's yeah, full steam ahead, mate. I'm really happy for you. Good shed. Frank Castle. G'day, Frank. You must be new, Frank. It's not really a shed. It's I'll show you. It's actually a wrecking yard. It's yeah. It's yeah. It's cars stacked up as high as I can see. That's my hovercraft. How's old Cletus with his? I have to, he's got that little, Cletus has got that little 4-stroke or 2-stroke motor and the 4-cylinder Subaru motor. She's going to haul ass, but someone that knows how to fiberglass has to come and help me and do some fiberglassing. This thing was actually quite tidy when it came in. We shouldn't have really done that to it, but we didn't know things were going to get so expensive. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but we've got about 100 cars. I think there's just under 100 cars ready to go soon. There's a big pile of them. They go, yeah. Just having a big clean out. In the middle of everything, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but in the middle of everything, we had this BMW, right? It's been sitting there for ages, and we both ignored it, but it's manual. Yeah. We'll probably end up doing something with this old BMW at some stage. I don't know if you guys can see it. It is in some videos coming up, but yeah, it's a bit dark out here, but as you can see, guys, there's cars everywhere. Another V12 Jag, Series 1, short wheelbase. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so not really a shed as such, mate. It's yeah. Shit, almost fell over. Probably shouldn't walk around here in the dark, eh? Yeah. Not getting much of my office cleaned out, am I? Alright, so what do we got going on? What dirt bikes have I got? I ran through the bikes before. There's a DT200 we got. It's going now. They just put the float upside down. This IT200, I'm actually going to do a full resto on this. I'm probably going to use the disc brake setup either off this TTR here or off the KLX over there and do a disc brake conversion on the IT and get that happening. The YZ250, the head's rooted. The casing's actually smashed where the chain goes and been repaired with some sort of goo. So she's a bit of a shot duck unless I can find another motor. The TTR probably will go. I've just got to find some bits and pieces for it. This is just a KLR I got for bits and pieces. It'll probably run, but I've got to find more bits and pieces. And this is Leith's DRZ that we got on Sunday. So yeah, we'll be doing a bit of riding soon. But yeah, it's bikes are where it sort of all started with me and Leith. We've been mates for years. We've always worked on bikes from when we were young blokes. My first apprenticeship was with Yamaha in Geelong. There you go, here we go, Geelong. Taking stage 4 in Geelong. Jeez. Melbourne, we are screwed, can't move left or right, and don't have a job anymore. Shit, what were you doing, PJ? What was your job, mate? I'm very fortunate out here. I'm sort of 2.5 to 3 hours west of Brisbane. And at this stage, there's no cases or anything out here. So long as people do the right thing, it'll be pretty good. I've been busy all the way through, and we're sort of changing up things on what we're doing, getting rid of the parts, concentrating more on... I've been collecting cars for a lot of years, as you guys that have been around for a while have seen. I think when those guys wanted to buy my HRs, I went through and worked out what I had, and I've got 18 HR Holdens, which is just ridiculous. Yeah, and parts and enough stuff to build... 15 rocket ships. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be good. It's big changes coming, and a lot of YouTube guys. Like that's why I'm here trying to clean out this office, but obviously just here talking to you guys. It's been a while, so you guys deserve a bit of time. You guys have been very supportive over the years. I'm in Geelong. They're shut down in Werribee, about 30 minutes away from where I am. Okay, Kingatow, I love the channel. I appreciate it, mate. I do feel bad all the time about not being online, but yeah, it's hard. Like, you don't want to put in a half-assed video. You want to make sure, I hold myself to a pretty high standard. I will admit some of the shitty comments annoyed the piss out of me for a little while, but at the end of the day, life goes on. Like, I can't help who I am and what I do. Yes, I might not finish everything, but at the same time, I run a business and a lot of the stuff gets sold before it's finished. As long as I get to play with it, I'm happy. You know what I mean? If I get to play with it, I'm happy. And I'm even happier if I get to share what we're doing with you guys. So, yeah, but it's not for everyone, which is fine. Door-to-door vaccines in Victoria, stage 6. So what have they got a vaccine now, have they? I didn't think they did. Yeah. Well, that must have been when I was walking around. I take it you are new, Frank. Well, welcome anyway, Frank, if you are new, and I hope you enjoy the ride, buddy. Still got the Bedfords, I see. Yep, I've got that high roof Bedford, which the motor went in and the cam bearings were shot in that motor. That's why you never saw that going, because I never got back to it. I've got another 2 short wheelbase Bedfords that come in. That's another story all in itself, and there's videos coming on that. Got half stooged over them, but anyway, it happens. Should take that down to Fraser, the old hovercraft. Yeah, we'll do a bit in the hovercraft. I've got another boat out the back, Frank, that's got a slant sticks in it, like a speedboat. So this summer, yeah, obviously the guys in Queensland can come, but yeah, we'll take bit of this stuff out and go and have some fun. It's going to be good. Been the goal to get the Lux on a Fraser since I first got it. All right, well, sounds like a go at Jake. Who's keen to see Jake's V8 Hilux? Because that'll be this week sometime. We'll do some, I've got to get editing, but yeah, it's hard. If you do live streams, you give away everything that's going on, and then there's no point editing video to put up. So it's a catch-22, guys. Mr. Jack, good night. Was a big help. Cheers, mate. The chat we had. I'm not. All right, that's awesome, man. I'm around all the time, you know, like, and Mr. Jack, you're not alone with the chat. You know, like, honestly, there's been quite a few guys that have reached out. So it's, you know, I don't know everything, but I'm happy to listen. Do you guys still have the VB wagon in the yard? There's a VL wagon. There's never been a VB wagon, I don't think. I don't think we've had a VB wagon come through. There's a VL wagon out there. The red XJ6, yes. Lachlan, that's at my house. When this COVID stuff started, I took it home to, remember I was pulling the motor out of that other one, which is the motor that's sitting there, and I took that red one home with the intentions of getting locked down for 2 weeks, and I'm like, yes! I got the motor ready, got the car at home, had everything at home ready to go, and then work never stopped. It just got busier and busier and busier. Basically, COVID hit, and life got crazy. Like, it's just been insane. So we've got to get a couple of cars done and out and sold, and then the Jag will come back over here and we'll get that motor in. I'm taking those big 20s off it, and I'm going back to standard wheels, black with the chrome hubcaps, and just super low again, like the white Series 2 that I had. So it's going to be a pretty cool thing. And the turbo setup's going to be different now. We've worked out, instead of running the one large turbo and building a custom manifold, it's going to be easier to use 2 rear exhaust manifolds instead of a front and a rear, and you can run 2 small turbos. Anyway, we'll show you that anyway. We'll run through that. Still going to go EFI. I was going to go, I don't know. But anyway, things change, plans change, different parts turn up, and that's what changes plans a lot, is you have a plan on how to build a car, and then you get a heap of stuff for nothing. You know, yeah, I don't know if anyone's into airbag stuff, but I had a heap of airbag stuff come through the other day. There's all brand new actuators, and there's a lot more bags and struts and stuff like that that's still it's all in a Subaru Liberty outside, but there's all switches and lines. So if anyone's into airbag stuff, let us know. And yeah, any chance we could have a look at the axle bolt? Okay. Any chance you have the back axle bolts from a dirt bike? I don't know what you mean. There's spare ones. No, there's a bike out the back, out there. There's just a parts one. I'm not sure what you mean, Isaac. Bad thing about the old Beamers, the Mercedes, as soon as they get 3 engine lights, they're stuffed. How's the family, mate? How's young Mia? Mia's good. We done school orientation for her the other day. So she starts school next year. So she's in daycare every day at the moment to get us ready for school next year. So she's poking along. She was pretty, I went home before to grab a hoodie, and she was going off because she couldn't come with me. Not sure what we'll do with the BMW yet. I did actually we had that other 318i E36, and I bought another one as well for parts for that one, because Leith was going to get it going and drive it or something. His Rodeo uses too much fuel or something, but that you'll see as that stuff happens. Old manual BMWs starting to rise in value. Yeah, that's it. And they're pretty cool. I like that earlier, the E30 I'd love to get my hands on, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to get a trike to fix up. That's the go. The Honda ones are harder to get. You see a lot of there was 2 cases in town. The boss of Domino's and Woolies. Was that here in Kingaroy, Isaac? Or yeah. And I was just answering another question. Yeah, see a lot of VW trikes, but not a lot of Honda ones. Yeah, Gary O'Brien Yamaha. Yep, on Mercer Street there in Geelong, up from the cop shop. I used to come off Latrobe Terrace. I had my IT 200. I'd come off Latrobe Terrace, under the railway bridge, past the train station, and then the cop shop's here on the corner. You come around there, up on the back wheel, straight past the cop shop every morning. Never got done for it. Mono on past the cop shop every day on the way to work. I was running a lawnmower business until 2 weeks ago. Bugger. You'd reckon you could still go and mow lawns though, really. Like, if people done a bank transfer, they didn't come outside, you can go there, mow the lawn, and you're all set. Surely you could set it up so it could work. Bush NZ, the Mini's good. It's at home. I use it as a daily. Well, instead of driving the truck, I go to Bunnings and that with Mia and stuff like that. I've been using it. In Queensland, you get 6 months rego, so I paid 6 months on it. But I'm going to register this wagon instead this time. So the Mini will probably end up... which way? There. End up there. It's not rusty, so I'll put it away for a while. We've still got the supercharger and stuff there for it. And we'll just revisit again down the track. Like, it goes and runs and drives and does what it has to do. And, you know, in a year's time, we might go, oh shit, wouldn't want to play with the Mini again. We'll get her down and put the supercharger on it and play with it. But we'll do some bit of other stuff in the meantime, you know. The Fairlane's good. The Fairlane is really good. I'm just moving the Fairlane interior parts out of this office at the moment. It's at the paint shop getting done. All the doors and everything are up there. Yeah, it's good. The motor's still apart. We haven't put that back together yet because we didn't have time. But I think with work and stuff like that, I'll be able to buy the aluminium heads and the roller cam straight up for it now. So she's going to be an animal, that thing. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be bright yellow, but she's going to be a beast. Cheers, Matt. Do you do a pop-up live? You have 100. Oh yeah, we do too. 104 on, but only 21 likes. So no one's liking it. There must be a lot of thumbs downs or something. So just kidding, guys. I appreciate the support. I really do. I'll try and do a few more. How much for the TTR? The TTR's not really, none of the bikes are really for sale at this point. It's very hard to buy a bike. Like, we've tried to buy about 5 bikes, so we're on our way, and as soon as you say we're 2 hours away, it's like, oh mate, I've got this other guy, and then it gets sold on you. So it's very hard to get bikes. I want to get a couple of bits and pieces for that and try and get it going. Not only that, if me and Leith have got bikes, if someone turns up out here and we say, well, let's go riding, I wouldn't mind to have 2 or 3 other bikes sitting there so I could throw them a helmet and go, let's go. You know, like, for the small amount of money you get for the TTR, it's probably worth more to be able to give it to a mate to go riding, you know what I mean? So, but anyway. I do what I can at times, Ben, but yeah. Saw on your video the other day, you moved on the Tirana. Yeah, the HB Tirana, it's actually here now. There's a young bloke, I think he's a young bloke, Zach. He's down in Sydney. When I said it was, you know, $300 can go out the door, he messaged me straight away, said, dude, I'll take it, put money in your bank. I said, don't worry about paying for it, it's all good, it's there for you. And then border shut down, couldn't come. And then he was on his way and it pissed down here and I couldn't get into my yard to get it out. So he had to turn around and go home. And then it's out and ready to go now, but obviously he can't get up here. I've had probably 15, 20 guys go, I'll just come and get it, I'll pay for it, I'll have it. Even mates that have said, look, geez, I'll take that, mate. And it's like, I've committed to old mate. I said he could have it. If he could organise transport, it will be there for him. So I may end up holding on to it for months for him, but it is there for him. You know, you've got to stand up for what you say. What else can you do? You know what I mean? So, and he's keen. The car, it's nothing special. It is rusty, but he's keen to do something with it. And yeah, if I can give a cheap old Holden to a young bloke to have a bash, I'm really happy with that. So yeah. Where that is, I'm in Lara. There you go, Kenneth. Yeah, I went to cryotech for a while. My mum actually taught at cryotech for a long time. I went to cryotech for about 3 months to finish year 10 because no other school in Geelong would take me, but my mum taught there, so they took me in. The back axle bolts of my dirt bike is missing, and I'm trying to find where I can get some from cheap or free. Nothing's free, buddy. What sort of motorbike is it? Damn, I'm late. They do replay, Flynn, they do replay the, what are they called? Live streams. How retarded am I? Missing the vids. Good to see you back. I will be back in force, Luke. It's all coming. There's a lot there. Dave, the editor, who has so generously offered to edit, he sent me through a heap of videos that are edited. I watched the first one. There was things that needed to be added and changed. But then I've got to send the reviews back and then watch it again, then watch it again. And I didn't realise that even with someone else editing, I still have to watch the video 3 or 4 times. So it's almost to a point where I might as well just do it myself. So Nicole's up me saying, look, 1 video a week. Just 1 video a week. Everyone will be happy with 1 video a week. You don't have to upload every second day. You don't have to upload every day. Just get back into it. 1 video a week to get rolling. And I think that's good advice, guys. Just not try and go balls deep, just 1 video a week. My dad got gold Simmons on his car. Gotta love Simmons. PJ had it all set up, run perfectly. Unfortunately, lawn mowing contractors, those businesses that had to stop. Well, it's all still there, PJ. Honestly, dude, I know this isn't any sort of consolation, but the grass is going to keep growing, okay? And I don't know, just keep that profile out there. Maybe just, you've probably got a business, a clientele base, and you've probably got some customers that you're close to. Those ones I'd probably keep in touch with. That way, as soon as the things open up again, they'll get you straight back in there. You only probably need to keep in touch with 10 clients that are really good, just to ask them how their family is, just play the all-round good guy. And then as soon as it's time to kick off, you'll have their jobs. By the time you finish their jobs, everyone else will be back on board, mate, and you'll be full steam ahead again. Like you've just got to, I don't know, mate. What do you do? It's a hard one. I do feel for you. It's going to happen up here too. And we're probably fortunate where we can shut the doors and work out the back here and still work and do resto work. It's a hard one, PJ. I feel for you, buddy. Got too much on my plate. I do have a little bit too much on my plate, but at the same time, I've got a lot of mouths to feed and a lot of people that depend on me. So you've got to just keep on moving. It's hard. KTM 500. Leith was saying that KTM make a 300 2-stroke that can be registered at EXC or something like that. From what I can see, they're pretty expensive. I am a bit of a 2-stroke guy. I wouldn't mind with this DT. When I worked at Yamaha, this was the model that come out that I used to pre-deliver, and I haven't pulled the exhaust off this yet, but at Gary O'Brien, you'd pull it, as soon as they come in, you'd pull the exhaust off, and there's actually a big baffle in there, and there were power pipes I looked at yesterday. They were $500. If I do power pipe, set of reeds, and a good muffler, it should liven this up a bit. I'm getting old, and so is Leith. We're more looking at, I'm getting old, I'm getting fat. If we go out riding on a Sunday, it's exercise more than anything. We're not going to be running races or anything. We're just going to go out and have some good time. And not only that, if I'm on a 2-stroke riding around, I can't hear my phone, which means I can't answer my phone, which means I don't have to go to work. So, yeah. But anyway. G'day, Red. How about torch? Yeah, I wasn't planning on going outside, honestly. But, just when he said nice shed, I know that it probably seems like if this was at my house, I'd be, but I'm not. I'm at work. Someone's getting it's a racing apparently. Yeah, there's a local bloke here that's been building a trike for a while. I've towed it 5 or 6 times around the place, getting electrical work done for him. G'day, champ, new follower, loving the channel. Daniel Ryan, welcome, dude. I hope you enjoy the ride, buddy. I'm a bit sporadic at the moment with uploads, but we are going to get back into it. Heaps of variety. I never finish anything, but I come up with heaps of new projects all the time. So if you like a channel where you've got everything down to hovercrafts and motorbikes and whatever else you can think of, but nothing ever gets finished, I'm your man. You sort of have to. We got shafted. There was a DT 200 in Brisbane the other day. I was talking to the guy. Yep, sweet, no worries. And then it was like 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and I've got that green truck that was in my backyard. There's a guy that wants to pick that up, and I had to move because you know what my driveway's like. There's 5 cars deep in the driveway, plus cars in the backyard. So I had to move all them cars, get in there with the forklift, drag it down, move them all out of the way, and then pack them all up. And I was just packing the cars up, and I got a message from him. Oh mate, bike sold. Sorry. And it's like, I thought we were coming down first thing in the morning. Oh, sorry, mate. It's like, dude, do you realise what I just done this afternoon so I could get there in the morning? Yeah, so you got to, it drives me mental. You got to stand behind what you say, or to the best of your ability anyway. But, you know, I'll always bring up the line you said once, drinking, fighting and rooting. Yeah, you go out, you get a fuck or a fight, don't you? It's, yeah. Gets to the end of the night and it's like, oh, looks like we're fighting tonight, boys. Anyway, doing the live chats, it's great to hear about some of the normal stuff going on in life. Stuck here in Vic. I'm glad I moved away now. It's very different now. Yeah, it's I can't even imagine out here it getting shut down. Like it's so busy in Queensland. Like, I swear to God, Leith was driving and he's so impatient, but we left here and it was bumper to bumper, 2.5 hours, except for probably the last stretch from Fernvale where that pie shop was with 30 people lined up. From there, it wasn't bumper to bumper, but it was as far as you could see forward and as far as you could see backwards, just cars and caravans and motorbikes, and it was just busy, like crazy busy. Yeah, it's as if there was a Black Lives Matter bloody protest and everyone was rushing to get there. Upload every day. I used to upload every day, Frank, but this is how my day goes if I try and upload every day. Get up to go to work at 6, leave, do tows, get to the workshop, film, drop cars off, pick more up, come back, film more, work on something, do something, get home 7 or 8 o'clock at night. My granddaughter lives with me, so she's only little, so she needs a lot of attention. The other girls are a bit older, they don't care so much, but you still have to pick up Nerily from dancing or Savannah from work at the Chinese shop or whatever, and then sit down, have dinner with Mia, bath, sit down with her for an hour. So by then it's 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then you're like, okay, time to start editing. It takes about 4 hours to edit a 15, 20 minute video. Before you know it, it's 12, because everyone would have noticed that I always uploaded at midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Upload that, bang, go to sleep, get up at 6 o'clock, do it all again, and that's every day. And I did do it for a long time. And honestly, it just wore me out. And then I was doing live streams for a long time, which was good. But this is the first time I've been at the workshop at night. I've been planning to get here for a week to do this room, but it just ended up that I had to drop a Land Cruiser off and then another tow come in that put me back over here. Plus I needed to drop off oil and stuff for Leith for that Terracan for first thing in the morning. But yeah, but we will get back on track as the restoration stuff comes and this office is done, because I'll be able to actually come over here and do stuff. It's a blue VE, blue with gold Simmons, mad. Yeah, buddy. One a week. Yeah, that's it. I will get there. Good money in towing. I'm cheap. My towing is extremely cheap. I'm probably half the price of anyone else around. But I use the towing to meet people, to buy cars and buy old cars, and to get onto farms where you do a tow out there, then you see this car and that car, and it's to build my collection more than anything. But yes, the towing does pay my bills, but there's a method to the madness, believe it or not. And I love it. I love the cars. It's all about the cars. I come home from quite a good mining job to come home and do this, and it's been good. Thanks, Philip. Just do enduro rides. Yeah, that's it. We're just going to go at the bush. When you get from here, you go at the back here, it's called 8 Mile apparently, and you can go from Nanango through the back roads down to Yarraman to Blackbutt, and you can almost get down to near Brisbane in back roads apparently. So we'll do some of those rides, coming up. So see where we end up. Yeah, looking forward to Mad Max on TV tonight. There's actually a video of when I interviewed the guy when we done that Ayers Rock trip, when we stopped at the Mad Max Museum, Dave has edited it, the actual Mad Max Museum interview of the guy that put the museum together and runs it. And anyway, that video is coming up soon too. Okay, cool. G'day Matthew, how are you? Toe King, how's the truck going, dude? Did you get a new one? And thank you for the super chat. Did Brett help you out? Where did you end up? I'll have to catch up with you and find out. Anyone that doesn't know, Toe King is down in Adelaide. So anyone that is a toe down there is a top bloke, be able to help you out. How's the old bloke with the Patina HJ? Patina HJ. The wagon. I rang him the other day and couldn't get hold of him. But yeah, you need to brake, always cutting back so you can't sleep again. That's it. If you had time, would you do a tour in the daytime of clean up the yard? Yeah, we've been meaning to do a live stream during the day. So there will be a video coming up soon. We'll go through what projects are here, where we're at with everything, just to get everyone up to date when I get back into things. And it's good. Lives are good. That's good, Mr. Jack. All right, I might pull the pin, guys, because I really do want to get this done. And yeah, where's the rally car? They're both out the front. Found a 400 long tilt going on next week. Sweet. So it's all working out, buddy. That's awesome. I've caught up with my comments from the looks of it. G'day, Jess. Cody has a VNSS. The VNSS is at home, and it's actually going to be sold soon. Once the scrap's gone, the 300ZX that's at home and the VNSS are going to come over here. I want to do a couple little bits of pieces to it, and the VNSS will be getting sold. I've got to buy this building, so I've got to raise some money. Christopher Gunn, thank you very much, dude. So the family, everything's good, dude. And thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate the support. Where's the rally tee? The rally tee's just out the front here next to the Sora. We will be getting back out in that again soon. It actually has oil pressure, so yeah. Thanks a lot. I was wondering if Luke ever found his bumper bars. I'm not too sure. I haven't heard from him for a while. Yeah. What do you think of the VL? What do I think of VLs? I love RB30s. VLs, yeah, I don't know. We've got that black one to build. Yeah, another car. Love them all. I love them all. VLs matter. What's that in the background? Just there. That's a Honda S600, 1964. They run a motorcycle engine, so a full roller motor. They redline at $9.5 grand. Yeah, that's going to paint as soon as the Fairlane comes back. That's a Liberty wagon with a B6 in it that Leith's just done the motor in. And that is my Mexicana hardtop that I'm hanging out to drive, big time. But yeah. Righto, skids for days. G'day buddy, how are you? When I saw the Honda on the rack, I thought it was an MG. No, very rare car apparently. A lot of those in Europe, but there's not a lot over here. It is a pretty solid car. It's not rusty. The motor does run, but the way the engines are set up, there's a heap of parts down here for them. I don't know if there's an engine block handy. They're sort of, no, they're all diffs and stuff. Anyway, we will show you when it comes time to do that motor. There's a couple of O-rings that there's a 4-cylinder, two sleeves, and when they come down the bottom, there's an O-ring, and I'm pretty sure that O-ring's gone, which is allowing water to mix with the oil. But it does run and all the rest of it. The interior's been done, all the dash is complete, it's all original, and it's just freaking awesome, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to that thing. But it's just another one. Righto, guys. I'm going to go. Thank you to everyone for your support with your super chats. I really, really do appreciate it. It does mean a lot, to be honest. And it does help. Every little bit helps when you waste as much money as I do on all this crap. But yeah, we'll be back on track soon. Hopefully do at least one video a week. I'll try for more. It'll be more, because if I sit down to edit one, I'll edit two, and then at least we can space them out and get things happening. Leith's pretty keen to get back into the live streams and stuff as well. So we might start doing our Saturday morning lives and stuff again and start to get some stuff done. Play some bikes, got to get that boat going. I don't know. It's all going to happen, guys. It'll be, see you.